Like, if you were to take your Twitch streams and turn it into YouTube, how would you decide what you think would do well and show what you wanted to show? Like, if you were to do that.
So if I were to take my Twitch streams and turn them into YouTube content, number one, short form needs to be your friend, but you also need to recognize that YouTube Shorts, which is great, right? Great for growth and engagement. I've seen and worked on multiple channels where there's now a new analytic in YouTube that says, like, how many of your normal viewers watch your long form, or how many of your normal viewers watch your short form. And some channels like mine, my short form and long form are both matched. But some channels, their short form is matched, like max. They all watch that, but barely watch their short form or their long form. Either way, right? So you have to be making sure that whatever you do content-wise is consistent. So number one, if you're going to do gameplay, especially if you're a small streamer, narrow it down to one thing. So either pick a game or a genre or a style. Something like Rob, I Am Rob TV right now is doing PlayStation achievements 100%. That's his thing he narrowed down on, and he blew up because of it. Some people are doing specifically one game, like Baldur's Gate released today would have been a great one to say, I'm going to play day one Baldur's Gate and make tutorial content. Or if you want to go, my thing is comedy, and it doesn't matter what game you play, it could be aims, tries, blank. But you need to figure out what's your one thing, and you need to stick with it until you get the opportunity to be able to branch.
Okay.
A lot of people go variety early, and they're like, well, I want people to love me, but YouTube doesn't like that, because YouTube's trying to learn who you are and then send it to the audience. And if you're playing Call of Duty one day and the next day you're playing Animal Crossing, that's two completely different audiences. And when somebody subscribes to you watching Animal Crossing, and when your COD video pops up, all of the analytics for if they're going to click that, they might not want to watch COD. Now your channel's tanking because of that. So pick something and be consistent. This video is sponsored, but it's sponsored by me over at darkenedcyrus.com. I've just released the OBS Masterclass, the 2-hour full course that you can go ahead and go through every single setting and understand how it impacts, what you need to do to set up, and everything that's going to shift your position and get you the upper hand when using OBS. I have more tutorials coming out for Streamlabs, Twitch Studio, Voice Meter, and even a bunch of other platforms, and how to get started as a creator on YouTube doing long form content. So make sure you check out my website and continue to go back. Oh, and to make it nice, OBS25 coupon code will get you 25% off that first course. So you should go check it out. OBS25, darkenedcyrus.com. Logistics wise, cross clip from Streamlabs, if you're a Streamlabs person, is a really good tool for making content. There is a really awesome AI tool. I would write this down. It's called Opus Clip. You can use this right now. OPUSCLIP, Opus Clip. This is an AI program where you can drop your video in and it automatically spits out like 10 or 12 shorts, pre-captioned, pre-cut, predetermined, pre-done for you. Use that to your advantage. It doesn't do necessarily so well with gaming content unless you give it very specific like sections. But I would make sure you narrow it down and do that. If you're going to do long form, I would focus either tutorial based content or making sure that you do comedic. And if you're doing tutorial based, kill two birds with one stone. So before your Twitch stream, go ahead and say, I'm going to play Minecraft, right? If it's a tutorial based thing, go ahead and say that during your stream, at some point, you tell your chat, hey, I'm going to go ahead and I'm recording this part for this YouTube video. Have your chat on screen. You'd be like, guys, if you want to be in a YouTube video, just type it up, right? And then just make sure you cover the points you want to cover so that later when you want to cover it, you can edit it down and you haven't had to re-record something later, and you get the chat engagement in there, which might be a really good piece. And then at that point, you're not doing twice the work, recording content and editing it and also streaming. You're doing all of the recording while you're streaming. If you're doing comedic stuff, just make sure you give as much opportunity for that engagement. Free sound alerts, free channel point or like low cost channel point redemption things. Twitch just added the new Twitch alerts. Piece, you need to go look at it because their chat box, whenever you do a follow, this is free for everyone. It pops up these little things all over your screen, over the player and the chat. But they'll do free text to speech for your channel points as well, which a lot of programs don't do, like Stream Elements and Streamlabs. So if you have channel points, you can actually set one that's do text to speech for channel points and make them do a custom message. So you can have your chat be able to do some cool things in response to you and it be able to come through as a recording.
I didn't know they had the TTS. I've been using Blurp, I think, or Sound Alerts has a TTS thing, and I just put it to 0 bits and stuff.
Yeah. And whatever works, as long as, you know, like Blurp and both of them, Blurp and Sound Alerts have a 0, but I'm talking about like the TTS, like if it's, you know, tell me a dad joke or something, and they actually like very quickly be able to do that. You're able to hear the dad joke from chat. That's easy for you to be able to make a short form content or bulk all of them together into one long form piece. Like my chat told me 30 dad jokes in under 5 minutes. Boom, that's a YouTube video. So, and that's how you're reusing your content that you've already created.
That's awesome. I'll definitely take that 100%.
Oh, and the other thing, don't make your titles, if you ever do content for stuff, if you do a Call of Duty thing, don't put Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That took like 30 characters. You want to title or target 60 characters or less for YouTube titles, because the moment it goes over 60 characters, you get the ellipses at the end of it on mobile, which is usually your majority viewers. So always go 60 or less for titles, and you might have to be really creative on how you do that.